right, what's up everybody? We'll just do a quick audio and visual check. So if you all can hear me and if we are streaming in 1080p, just go ahead and give the thumbs up in the chat. We'll get started. I want to wish everybody a very happy Friday, the last Friday of the year. Well, good evening everybody, and welcome back to Walks and Wall Street. Now, we are starting off the stream in a little bit of a different location. We're in Dumbo, right next to the Dumbo Fulton Ferry. It's an absolutely picture-perfect, gorgeous day and a gorgeous night. Pretty awesome sunset here from Brooklyn, New York. So I spent the majority of the day in Red Hook. So usually we have our open house at the Conover, which is a new condominium development at 199 Conover Street. We usually have those open houses on Sundays, but Sunday's New Year's Eve. I don't think too many people are going to be out looking at apartments. They're probably going to be in Times Square partying and having a good time. So we rearranged the schedule. We had the open house today, which was very successful. So we're here in Brooklyn. What could we do? Gorgeous views of Lower Manhattan. You can see One World Trade Center, but right in front of the World Trade Center, you can see one of my favorite new developments in Manhattan. It's 130 William. I believe it was the best-selling condo for 2022. Absolutely gorgeous, 130 William. Now, the wind is picking up a little bit. I think we're gonna walk over the Manhattan Bridge tonight, mainly because the Brooklyn Bridge is so crowded. I mean, there's so many tourists, there's so many people in the city, that I think the Brooklyn Bridge is probably gonna take us until 2024 to walk over that bridge. So we'll take a little bit of a detour, we'll go over Manhattan Bridge, but I think the views are gonna be a little bit better. It is of my opinion that the views from the Manhattan Bridge are better than the Brooklyn Bridge, mainly because you can see the Brooklyn Bridge from the Manhattan Bridge. Now, this huge glass building sticking up right here, that is One Manhattan Square. So oftentimes we talk about New York City's Billionaires Row, which if I zoom in for you guys, you could actually see Billionaires Row from here. So this is the Empire State Building, and then right to the right of the Empire State Building, that is Central Park Tower, okay? Central Park Tower that was developed by Extel. And then right here is the Steinway Tower. That is the skinniest residential apartment building in the entire world. And then that very, very big building to the right of that is One Vanderbilt. But this very tall glowing building here is One Manhattan Square that was actually developed by the same developer of Central Park Tower and 157. So let's go ahead and start the walk. Hopefully the wind will subside a little bit. And let me say hello to everybody in the chat and we'll get started. Stephanie Stearns, what's up? Says, I've been to the River Cafe, amazing views of the city. Yeah, the River Cafe is really nice. It's right here. I believe the last time we were down here, there was a wedding going on. Oh, look at how cool this is. So they just turned on the lights to see the lights on the spire of the Empire State Building come on. That's pretty cool that we caught that. But let's head out before it gets too dark. I don't want to walk over the Manhattan Bridge when it's pitch black out. But everybody, what's going on? Happy Friday. Big stuff, right? Not bad. Beautiful day here in Dumbo, Brooklyn. Adrian is here, says hello Tom, 1649. Says hey Tom, it's not raining. I know. You know, the past 2 days in New York City have been exceptionally rainy. And today was pretty much a picture perfect day in New York. No rain, no wind. The wind literally just started right as I pressed record on the live stream here. I see our good friend Paul Greenwell. What's up, Paul? Hopefully you had a very Merry Christmas with your family. Wishing you a very Happy New Year. I want to point out one more notable building here as we're standing on Furman Street. This building right here is one of the most desirable and exclusive new developments in all of Brooklyn. It's called Olympia Dumbo. It is an ultra luxury condominium with unbelievable views. Now the building, the way they developed it, right, the architect wanted it to resemble a sailboat. So if you Google a picture of Olympia Dumbo, we'll get a better look as we walk up. But you can kind of see how it represents a sailboat. And the sales team at Olympia Dumbo is really fantastic. And I was able to preview the building. I was able to preview some of the units, some of the penthouses, and the amenity package at Olympia Dumbo. And every single thing about the building resembles nautical sort of vibes, a nautical essence of the building. This is the Brooklyn Bridge. We're quite literally standing directly under the very beautiful and iconic Brooklyn Bridge right now. Sunshine after rain, good to see you. What's up? This is the Brooklyn Ice Cream Factory, very famous for Dumbo. But we're gonna walk all the way to the Manhattan Bridge just because the traffic, the foot traffic on the Brooklyn Bridge is crazy. So you'll get to see a little bit of a different perspective here. Monkey says yes, a daytime stream.
Wow.
Yeah, so today we're mixing it up today. It's going to be a daytime stream, sunset stream, and there'll be no live stream tonight at 8:30. So this is what we're going to get for today. This is One Front Street. This is Grimaldi's. Very famous and notable pizza place. We'll follow the ambulance. So we're now walking under the Brooklyn Bridge, and we are going to head to the Manhattan Bridge, which is right there. You can kind of see it, the overpass there. But I want to check out the facade of Olympia Dumbo. Hey, Western Mass Dave. Thank you for joining us on this sunset golden hour stream in New York City. A little bit of a different location, Dave, right? Not bad. In Brooklyn. Beautiful Brooklyn. You know, I walked all the way from Red Hook, which is it's a pretty far hike. But it was so gorgeous out. I'm like, do I want to take an Uber? No, not really. Might as well walk it. Who cares? It's almost January. The weather's going to get horrible anyway. All right, check this out. Thoughts on the facade? Thumbs up, thumbs down on Olympia Dumbo here. I mean, those balconies are pretty amazing. As you go up towards the higher floors, some of them are full floor apartments, the higher up you go, the front facing. So you have pretty unobstructed views of all of Lower Manhattan. You're literally sitting right on top of the Brooklyn Bridge. Some people would say, you know what, I'm a little bit too close to all the street traffic, which I get. That's it. That's an honest concern. However, what I can tell you is this. When I was up there, in the apartment units, it's very quiet. They have double pane glass, So it's virtually almost soundproof. So when you open your door out on your balcony, I mean, the world really erupts and the city comes alive, which is a really cool experience to have. We'll get a closer look. So from this angle, you can really see it a little bit better. It really, really does resemble a sailboat. And that's exactly what the developers and the architects were going for. So pretty cool. And you're sitting right on top of the Brooklyn Bridge. You would have unobstructed views of all of Lower Manhattan, including One World Trade Center, which is great. And as the building goes up, it kind of fans out. Very, very cool. So when I went there, they had not yet put the tennis courts, they had not installed the tennis court on the roof yet. That is now installed. They had to wait for the summer to do that, so they did that this summer. Because I guess you can't pave the tennis court when it's cold out, I guess. It doesn't settle properly. Very cool. I think I'll schedule another preview here. Might as well. Just to check out the amenity package while it's finished. This is the main entrance, and you can see the model unit. A lot of times in new development, they will have a model structure right in the lobby, and you can see it right here. It's the model structure. And as you turn around, you have a direct view of the Empire State Building. If we zoom in, see that? Just below the Manhattan Bridge, you can see the Empire. Yeah, if we ever get a listing in that building, I'll definitely be able to maybe film a property tour for you guys. Who knows what 2024 may bring. Jennifer's here, what's up? I see B. Cruz. Welcome, thank you for joining us in Dumbo, Brooklyn. Now, since Christmas is over, look at this. For the next couple months here, you're gonna see these graveyard, pretty much a graveyard of pine trees lining the streets of Brooklyn, New York City in general. Smells good. It's kind of like a big air freshener for the city. Yeah, MN. This is 2 pools, tennis courts, and a bowling alley. It's awesome in there. The amenity package is really, really nice. Now this is that famous location where everybody takes that famous photo, right? You can kind of see it here. I'm sure you guys recognize it in a second. It's the Empire State Building directly under the Manhattan Bridge. Anybody know this photo? It's very iconic. A lot of photographers come here and take this photo. Now you sort of see how it looks like in person when you're here during one of the busiest days. All right, let's walk over 2 more, and then we are gonna get on the on-ramp to the Manhattan Bridge. We should see some really nice views of the city too. Paolo's Adventure, what's up? Good to see you. Now, what do you guys think? Just so far, seeing a little bit of a walking tour of Dumbo, Brooklyn. We usually are walking around Midtown Manhattan, right? Could you see yourself living here? What do you think of the neighborhood? What do you think of the architecture, the vibe? What do you think? You have these really nice cobblestone streets. I think it's going to be windy as we get up on top of the Manhattan Bridge. I could already tell because it's really windy right now. Maybe we have a rainstorm coming in. I don't even know. And there's a lot of new development going up. Hey, what's up, Steve? Steve B. This is Tom. What's going on with the afternoon stream today? Well, I have a big dinner I got to attend to tonight. We have a big client coming in, so I'll need to be in attendance and all buttoned up for that. And today I was in Red Hook. We had our open house. We moved it from Sunday because Sunday is New Year's Eve. So the building we're selling is 199 Conover Street in Red Hook, Brooklyn. Really nice, very bespoke property. 22 units across 3 floors, and it has a rooftop that's about 5,000 square feet of common space up there. It's really nice. And the penthouse, I was showing the penthouse. I had 3 showings today for the penthouse. You guys will be able to see that next Thursday. I'll shoot a video of that. But it was good. It was all good. So since I was in Brooklyn, I might as well get the stream out of the way right now so I could go to the dinner tonight. Daniel G from Buenos Aires. Now, we started the stream off in Dumbo, Brooklyn, and now we're headed to the Manhattan Bridge to go back to Manhattan. I just have to walk to the pedestrian path. Tons of traffic, lots of traffic. Hey, Hawaii, what's going on? Happy Friday. Last Friday of 2023, if you can believe it. This is where we're gonna walk over right here. Walk over the bridge is going to be really, really loud, particularly right now because the trains are going to run like every 5 minutes. You'll see what I mean, but the noisiest bridge, I think, is the 59th Street Bridge. That thing is crazy, but you'll also notice how noisy and windy it is up there today. Hey, Steins, hey Tom, watching from DC. Good to see you. All right, this is where we get on. So if you continue to walk down this street, this is City Tech, which is a CUNY school, City College of Technology on J Street, Metro Tech. Hey, Frame Free, what's up? Good to see you. Firestorm says I have earplugs. You should. I mean, my head's gonna be rocking going across this bridge. So I was debating taking you guys over the Brooklyn Bridge again, but with the amount of people that I saw in Dumbo, it's just gonna be too much foot traffic. Very, very few people ever walk over the Manhattan Bridge. In terms of tourists, it's only really locals. And you'll see why in a minute once we get up here. But it's more of an industrial feel, and it's kind of sketchy at night. All right, I gotta put you guys down for a second because I gotta zip up my jacket. Okay, so just so you all know, if you go to Sands Street, on the corner of Sands Street, you go right here, you walk up the steps. What's up, Colleen? Good to see you. And then this will bring you to the pedestrian path over the Manhattan Bridge. Wow. I'll tell you guys this. There is never this many people on the Manhattan Bridge. Now, you may not think this is a lot, but this is a lot for the Manhattan Bridge. There's usually almost nobody here ever. But it is the tourist season in New York. You can kind of tell, like, it reminds me of that joke. I forget what show it was on. Maybe it was on Family Guy or something. You're like, all right, everybody, we've made it to New York. Everybody hold hands and spread out on the sidewalk. You know, I don't know if that's Family Guy, but it was funny. Hey, Jeff in Southern Tier, New York. What's up, Jeff? Good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us as we walk the Manhattan Bridge tonight, commuting back to the office. Now, right as we get over past the building line here, the views we're gonna get are really, really amazing. We're gonna have golden hour in the city, overlooking the Brooklyn Bridge, One World Trade Center, 130 William. Hey, 130 William, and the Statue of Liberty. You can feel the train shaking the bridge too, which is kind of cool. John says, Tom, I went to One Vanderbilt last week. I think it's my new favorite building. It's extremely impressive. One Vanderbilt is incredibly impressive. It's one of the newest Class A office towers in Manhattan. Hey, Alec, the weather doesn't look too bad. It was gorgeous today. But right as we started the live stream, the wind picked up a little bit. Okay. So we've officially now crossed over from the land to the water here in a moment. And this is where we were, just for some context. Look at all the traffic going into Dumbo. Crazy traffic. Mainland Brooklyn, and we are now essentially wading above the water. But look at that. Look at that stunning view of Lower Manhattan. And that's the Olympia Dumbo building yet again. It's cool to see. As you walk over, you'll see a little bit more. So you can see the positioning of Olympia Dumbo. You can just imagine the views from the balconies of those penthouses. It's unbelievable. It's really, really one of a kind. Very, very unique. There should be an opening here. Sometimes it's open, sometimes it's not. want you to focus on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. That is Jane's Carousel, and directly under the Brooklyn Bridge where you see it illuminated a little bit, that is the ice skating rink. I'll put you guys up top so you can see a better view. Alright, how did it look up there? I couldn't really see what you guys were looking at, but hopefully it looked good. Wow, that sunset is crazy in person. It's unbelievable. But if you guys are enjoying the live stream so far tonight, feel free to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you are new. I'll have to rewatch the live stream to see how the sunset comes out on camera, because in person, it's crazy. That is like one of the most, I would say the most deep orange sky I've ever seen in my life. It's insane. Isn't that incredible? It's really amazing. We're about halfway over the bridge now. Yeah, Dave, the sunset from here is really incredible. And I think it's a little bit more of an enjoyable walk than Brooklyn Bridge. There's no people up here. Debbie's is what's the name of the bridge we're on. This is the Manhattan Bridge. Hey, Design Ideas, thank you so much for your generous $10 donation. Appreciate it. This is last TGIF of 2023. Yeah, you're right. It is the last Friday of 2023. Wishing you a very happy new year. Razzle Dazzle 786, what's up? Happy New Year, happy holidays. This is another really cool shot. Look at this. Pretty cool. So now that you've seen both the Brooklyn Bridge and the Manhattan Bridge views, what do you think you like better? Do you like the views from the Brooklyn Bridge better or the Manhattan Bridge? What do you think? I think I'm going with the Manhattan Bridge. Daniel says Manhattan Bridge. Nina says Manhattan. Yeah, I think I agree. Monkey says shout out to whoever cut the holes in the bridge. Agreed. Big shout out. Kenny says Brooklyn Bridge is better, less fencing. That's true. It's just so difficult to walk across the Brooklyn Bridge during tourist season. Like if you were to look at a live camera right now of the Brooklyn Bridge, I mean, it's just impossible to walk over there. All right, now we are back in Manhattan. NMB 45, what's up? Good to see you. Happy New Year to you. Someone says, do you ever not feel safe at night when you're doing these tours? No. I've come to terms with peace. So if anything happens, I'm ready. Hey, Debbie C says, Tom, how many steps do you walk each day? That's a good question, Debbie. Right around 25,000 steps, I think. We do about 25,000 steps a day. Which is good. You know, walking is very good. I used to run a lot, but running is very, very difficult on your knees and on your joints, right? So walking is nice. It's a good time. Yeah, Nina's like, me too, Tom. I'm content in life and know that life is short. Yeah, I agree. Okay, now everybody, we are going to exit the Manhattan Bridge here, and it's going to drop us off in one of my favorite neighborhoods in all of Manhattan, Chinatown. Hey, yesterday 15 says, thank you so much, Tom. Appreciate all you do. Happy New Year. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. On this bridge. Oh yeah, there will never ever be any vendors, like touristy vendors, on the Manhattan Bridge. You know what I mean? Almost never. Well, not almost never, never. Because it's not a touristy place. It's grimy, you know. There's no tourists that walk over the Manhattan Bridge. Very, very seldom. Like, I mean, look at it. I mean, I love it. But if I was a tourist from another country and I'm here with my little kids, am I gonna walk over this thing? Look at this. You see all this graffiti. Pretty much no lights. It looks like you're in a Batman movie and the villain's about to pop out. Oh, look at this. This is a cool, cool shot here.
Everybody is seeing the Manhattan Bridge right now with a ton of foot traffic. There's usually not this many people on the bridge. But, you know, there's a lot of tourists in Manhattan now, which is good, which is great, which is what we want to see. So I think we'll have enough time to walk down Canal Street. This is going to drop us off right outside of Joe's Shanghai, which is a very popular Chinese restaurant in Chinatown. That I think is one of the worst restaurants in Chinatown, actually. I don't see why people like it. There's so many other great restaurants in Chinatown that are less expensive. I just think Joe's Shanghai is more touristy. But there's hundreds of other restaurants that are way better, more authentic, and cheaper. Oh, that's cool. Someone says I have 3 canvases hung up in my living room. I took them on the Manhattan Bridge. That's awesome. Victor's. Tom, what are some of your favorite? Well, my absolute all-time favorite restaurant in Chinatown is 456. 456. Right on Mott Street. This is Joe's Shanghai. You see the line? Line is crazy. But you know what? Since we're here, let's walk past my favorite restaurant. We might as well. We're in Chinatown. We might as well make this a Chinatown stream. All right, we made it. We've officially walked all the way from Dumbo, Brooklyn to downtown Brooklyn. Chinatown is one of my favorite places to come to eat. The service here is always lightning fast. You're never gonna wait, except at Joe's Shanghai. But everywhere else is like lightning fast. Oh guys, you know what I want? You know what I just thought about right now? I thought about boba. There's a really good bubble tea place here. All right, so this is definitely in the top 5. Right on the corner here. This is Great New York Noodle Town. Fantastic place. Now they closed this down for renovations during the summer, but it just reopened. This place is phenomenal, this place. Highly, highly recommend. It's called Great New York Noodle Town. And then as we walk directly down this block, it's going to bring us to Mott Street. And if you bang a right on Mott, that's where my favorite restaurant is. There's actually 2 that are kind of neck and neck, but both of them are very good. Fantastic. Hey, Patricia Johnson, what's up? Good to see you, Patricia. Welcome. Welcome to New York City's Chinatown. Now, you know, this place always has a line outside, but I've never been to it. I remember I recorded a standalone video here. I don't know, maybe 3 months ago, maybe you guys know, but there's always a line, and I never saw it like this before. Oh, this is a really good butcher shop here. But guys, look at that. You guys see this? It's such a long line. The place must be good. It pretty much goes all the way down to Mott Street too. Look at it. So the line starts here and it goes all the way down to Mott. Hey, Western Mass Dave's. Tom, what time is your dinner? I gotta be there at 7:30. So it doesn't leave me too much time. I gotta shower and I gotta get dressed. Coffee to sell, as well as actually don't know. It looks good though. I don't know how to pronounce anything here, but it looks fantastic. I'll go one day, and I'll let you guys know. We'll shoot the gap, jaywalk. All right, this is my favorite spot. I wish I could actually go to this place tonight, but I can't. I'm gonna go to some Italian place tonight. Speaking of Italian places, one of the best Italian restaurants is now closed in Manhattan now. Al Coro, which was right around near the Chelsea Market. All right, so the second best one is this one, 61 Mott Street, Ming Wong Restaurant. Really good, very, very good. But if you walk a little bit further down to 69 Mott Street, it's called 456 New Shanghai Restaurant, and it is very, very good. It's packed too. Yeah, so check it out. This is a place I recommend. You can write it down, take a screenshot. Next time you're in New York City, check it out. This place is great. All right, so now we've made it to the very end of Mott Street and Canal. Look at how cool this building is. This is like a very authentic Chinese looking building. It's one of my favorites in Lower Manhattan. Super cool. Looks awesome with the clouds in the background. What do you guys think? This is the first time we've been down to Chinatown in a long time on this stream, actually. I don't even remember the last time we were down here. I've been so busy with work. We've only been walking around Midtown Manhattan. We'll check out some of the fruit vendors since they're still out. I forgot it's so early. We started early today. All right, let's bang a right and head uptown. We will walk through Little Italy. And then we'll be on a straight shot to Soho. But if you're all enjoying the live stream so far tonight, feel free to leave a like on the video and hit the subscribe button if you're new. We'll try to navigate around the sidewalks a little bit. But now we've transitioned to Little Italy.
Ray-Ban, Gucci, Chanel,
Oops, sorry.
all good.
All right, look at this. Welcome to Little Italy. They closed down the street for pedestrian traffic only. I think it looks a lot better like this. What do you think? Thumbs up or thumbs down on the pedestrian only streets? I think it's a lot better. It makes the city a little bit more lively, I think. We don't need all these cars whizzing by as the tourists are trying to enjoy the night. I think it's better just walking. Safer. And it looks nicer. Hey, Sally, Paul, what's up? Hey, white glove etiquette, very cool. Glad we could take you to your old stomping grounds. That's awesome. And this is really nice. All right, I think we could just make it over. Can we just get a quick time check in the chat? I just want to make sure I'm going to be on time here. I shouldn't have to jump on the train, but we'll see. Oh, it's only 5:35. Wow. I feel like we just walked through like 3 different worlds almost, right? If you've been watching since the beginning of the stream, we started off in Dumbo, had its totally different vibe, right? Totally different restaurants, everything. Walked over the Manhattan Bridge, walked through Chinatown, and then up through Little Italy. It's like walking through a different universe. It's kind of crazy. I think that's one of the best things about New York, right? I mean, in a 1-hour live stream, you can experience so much. Just completely different neighborhoods in terms of the architectural design, new developments. It's kind of cool. What's up, Ali Stars? Is early tonight? Yeah, we're a little early. We started off in Brooklyn, walked back to Manhattan. I was busy today. I was showing our building, the Conover, 199 Conover Street. Speaking of Italy, we had clients fly in from Italy to check out the penthouse. I think next week I'm gonna go back and film a tour, a guided tour of Penthouse 3A at the Conover. The place is just amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. It's awesome. And so far, we've been getting a lot of positive feedback about the sauna on the roof. So, Penthouse 3A has over 700 square feet of outdoor space with unobstructed views of all of Lower Manhattan and the Statue of Liberty, right? And we installed a sauna on the roof, exclusive to the penthouse. So as you're sitting in the sauna, you have an unobstructed view of the World Trade Center. It's the craziest thing. The craziest thing. So we're gonna go live with that listing probably second week of January. So what we do, if you guys wanna sort of know a little bit about new development, the trophy properties are usually first marketed to specific clients off market, right? So our book of business, we kind of give them first pick to kind of keep that exclusivity, right? So sometimes a lot of these trophy properties, they'll be sold before they're even listed on Street Easy, on the market, particularly in new development, right? Because whoever's leading the sales team on that, they'll say, all right, let's hold this one back and let's shop this one out internally and see if we have an off-market buyer, right? But we're gonna go, this will hit the public in about 2 weeks. So I'm excited for you all to see it. Cabby says you need $1 million for a 2-bedroom apartment downtown. You talking downtown Brooklyn or downtown like lower Manhattan? You're probably gonna need a little bit more than that. It just really depends on the square footage. Like there's some 2 bedrooms in Gramercy, you know, 1,500 square feet. Full floor units, 2 bed, 2 bath. Like a 2-4. Lower floors usually like 2-4, higher floors 2-8. Maybe the 2-8 is a little high. Maybe 2-6. If it's brand new, never lived in. 2-5 probably you can get it for. Cabby's 2-bedroom in lower Manhattan for $1 million. I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's a little low. AJ says Gramercy is the nicest hood in Manhattan. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, like Gramercy. I have a listing, which actually my boss's building, Stefano. If you type !23 in the chat, the Nightbot should drop the link to the video tour of that listing. But it's right on the corner of Lexington Avenue and East 23rd Street. So it's right on the northernmost side of Gramercy Park. It's really nice there. It's also on the campus of Baruch College. So Baruch, obviously very famous finance school, hence the name Baruch, Bernard Baruch, right? And that's in the CUNY system, the City University of New York. Hey, Toad Tam, thank you so much for your very generous $10 donation. It says, thank you, Tom, for the news, views, and sunset hues. Well, thank you so much for the support. I'm glad you've been enjoying the live streams. And I'm wishing you and your family a very, very happy New Year. Yeah, today we're just gonna we've been just hanging out today. You know, it's the last Friday of the year, and we've been hitting it hard on the live stream, covering a lot of stuff in the financial markets. So I think today we'll just kind of hang out. Democracy Forever says, hey Tom, plus New York City has a housing shortage, correct? Adding to the supply and demand issue. Isn't Adams trying to address that? Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are trying to address that. I just think every single way that the city's tried to make housing more affordable, ironically, has made it more expensive. Hey, Jay Nash says, I went to Baruch College, the Masters in public administration program. Wow, that's great. Yeah, I mean, Baruch College was one of my top choices. I didn't get in. That's just, I mean, my high school was not like real. I was not a good student. But yeah, Baruch is a great school. Now, this is one of the greatest coffee shops in Manhattan. This is called Gasoline Alley Coffee. Fantastic here, really good. Let me just check the battery. Hey, Mike says, what would be the monthly rent for one of the parking spaces at 301 East 69th Street? So if you purchase one, you can then in turn rent it out. In a self-park garage, in a self-parking garage, you can probably get $750 to $950 a month. One of the buyers sort of does a snowbird situation. So he lives in New York City during the spring and in the summer, and then he has a place in San Diego, California during the winter. So he rents his spot out for 6 months out of the year. And I believe the person he's renting it to has a BMW X5. So one of the smaller BMW SUVs. And I think she's paying $750, which I think is a little low for a self-park garage, right? No valet. That's pretty, it's actually a pretty good price. $750 a month. Self-park garage, 24/7. It's not bad. All right, this is Bond Street. I gotta pull off to the side and plug in my phone. But yeah, like for the garage though, hold on, let me. Oh man, it feels good to sit down. My God. All right, we are good. But yeah, for the garage, like, so I'll have some people contact me about that garage, and they say, hey, you know, I'm looking to purchase this parking space as an investment, you know, 750 grand as a cash flowing investment. And I say, look, that's not a good deal, okay? And that's coming from the broker on the deal. If you were looking at this deal, right, as a cash flowing investment, this is not the deal for you, okay? So you're gonna tie up 140 grand in a space that you have to pay $310 a month for taxes, $75 a month for the common charges, and $125 a month for the garage security. It's about $525 a month, right, as your operating costs. So if you rent it out for $750, right, your spread is so minimal that your return on invested capital is not worth it, right? Your opportunity cost of deploying that 140 elsewhere is a much better deal. This deal, okay, and I tell people this all the time because there's a lot of people that see this online, right? And I have crazy stories of people have been watching YouTube videos saying, oh, parking, is the next biggest, best investment. If you're gonna buy an entire parking garage, then yeah, that could be very lucrative. But to buy this space that I'm selling, to try to rent it out for $750, it's not a good deal. This is exclusively for a convenience play and buying time for people, honestly, and I'm being honest, for people who are already very well off. They live in the neighborhood, they work in the neighborhood, they don't want their vehicles next to other people. They don't want to be in a big valet parking garage like this. They want to be able to come and go as they please. Some people use the garage to winterize their supercars, right? Like one guy has this, and I know nothing about cars. I think it's called an Enzo, something Ferrari Enzo. And he just uses the space to winterize it so it's protected, right? Like you could put your car in one of these garages, pay $500-600 a month. Actually, let's see exactly how much it is. This is actually a great segue here. It says monthly rates, inquire within. Well, I could tell you that for a sedan, they're probably going to charge you $650, and for an SUV, they're probably going to charge you maybe $850, I think, for a garage like this. And you're, at the hands of the valet guys, they can ding and dent your car. So the deal that we have on East 69th Street, it's essentially a self-parking garage. So if you've ever watched one of my live streams in Sutton Place, which we actually did a live stream there 2 nights ago, it kind of looks like those garage doors, right? You have a clicker, like a little, think about you're being in the suburbs, right? You have a remote garage door clicker. You click the button, you drive in, you park in your space. There's only 22 spaces in the garage. So if you're looking at it as a cash flowing investment, if you run the numbers don't work for that, okay? But the numbers will work for you, right? If you're a doctor that works at the hospital, you're making a lot of money and, okay, it's worth 140 grand, okay? Because you could probably exit the deal in 5 to 10 years, maybe at 175, okay? It's a place to park your money, you have your spot, it's convenience. But if you're in the get rich business, it's not the deal for you. So, all right, everybody, this is the Wegmans, which is an amazing grocery store. An amazing, amazing grocery store here. One of my favorites in the entire world at Astor Place. This is the first Wegmans in Manhattan. We also have one in Brooklyn at the Brooklyn Navy Yard, which is fantastic. Anybody here a big fan of Wegmans? I love that grocery store. The prepared food is fantastic. They have really good chicken wings. Their pizza's actually not that bad, honestly. A lot of supermarket pizza is really horrible. This is actually really good. Debbie sees me. Yeah, I love Wegmans. Fantastic. Like the Italian heroes they make at Wegmans are fantastic as well. I'm so glad we have one. This is going to do really well, this Wegmans here. Jeff in Southern Tier, New York says, love Wegmans. Erica says, garages charge like double for exotic cars also. So that can help make more sense for the purchase. Yeah, you're right. So I was running comps for a buyer, and to Erica's point, so these garages will charge you, let's say if you have a regular vehicle like a sedan, right, like a Honda, Toyota, they'll charge you the $650 give or take to rent the space. But if you have an exotic, which I guess is like a supercar or a sports car, that could be like over $1,000 a month, like $1,300 a month to park your vehicle there. and you're in and around 1,000 other cars. So you're right, that would make sense. You know, you pay 140 grand and you essentially have your private parking garage in Manhattan. That's worth it, right? Because chances are, if you have enough money to afford like a supercar, I mean, 140 grand is probably not the biggest deal to you. All right, there's a good coffee place up here called Think Coffee. Very good. This will take us directly into Madison Square Park, or excuse me, 14th Street, Union Square, and then Madison Square Park. DA's is, hey Tom, your house in Miami, is it rented out? Just wondering. It is rented out. But I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do with that. Because I want to, the way my house is laid out in Miami, the primary, the master bedroom, right, with the bathroom is all the way in the back of the house. But I have these really two big windows that look into my backyard. So I was thinking, right, also, for some context, I have a natural gas line, a live natural gas line directly outside my window, right, of the primary bedroom. So I was thinking, you know what? Maybe I cut one of the windows all the way down to the ground, make that a door, and build and make the primary bedroom a studio apartment, right? So I could put a Murphy bed in there. We'll wait till the fire truck goes. So anyway, I was thinking like, okay, maybe I put a Murphy bed in there. And since I have all the hookups for the water, since the bathroom is there, and I have a natural gas line, I could put a stove, I could put an oven, I can make a full kitchen and have it be a little efficiency in the house. And then the rest of the house, right, the 2 bedrooms, the 1 bathroom, the great room, and the Florida room could all be rented to a long-term tenant for probably like $2,700 a month. And then I could kind of come and go as I please in the back. I don't know, maybe I'll do that this year. Maybe not, I'll price it out. Or, because I'm doing a short-term rental now. Well, technically not short-term. I do 30-day plus leases, that's it. I don't do anything less than 30 days. And the demand is still very high where I am. Oh, look at how cool this building is. Look at this. This is a commercial space, office tower. I kind of like that design. But anyway, yeah, or I was thinking, this year I may want to move 2 permanent tenants that rent out each of the individual rooms. So there's a medical school close to me. So I was like, if I can get somebody who's doing residency, you know, charge them, you know, $1,000 for the room. And my rooms are big and the house is very open, airy. I have a new driveway, you can park your car. You know, I'm never there pretty much. I'll just put 2 medical students in there. They can live there and then I'll have long-term tenants. I don't know, I gotta figure it out. What's up, Daryl? Good to see you. Yeah, if anybody lives in Miami-Dade County, let me know. Ah, the Strand bookstore. East 12th Street. I love the Strand. This place is awesome. You know, let's actually make this right. Because because I want to go to, ever since we walked through Chinatown, I've been thinking about bubble tea. It's been on my mind. So let's go to the East Village. And it was my favorite bubble tea place there. Gary Carpenter's Tom, how much are you charging for rent? Well, it depends on the month, but the most I've ever rented out my place was, I think, $4,500 for the month, which is not a bad deal. But sometimes I'll rent it out for the month, $3,000. $3,000. There's peak season and then there's off-peak season in South Florida, right? Right now, you know, going into the new year, you know, January, February, that's really the peak season. You know, you get a lot of snowbirds, you get a lot of Canadians down there too, like a lot. This year, about 3 weeks ago now was the last time I was back down there. There was a lot of Canadian license plates. Canadians love South Florida. But I will say, the worst drivers, in my opinion, are in Miami. And I love Miami. I always talk about it, how great it is. But the drivers in Miami are worse than New York City. And that is the truth. Okay, let's make a right on 3rd Avenue. And I think we need to go down to East 8th Street. Hey, Pond Viewer. Good to see you. Someone says there was a study that said NYC drivers are the best ever. I've seen some ridiculous stuff in this city with drivers. Pure reckless. I've seen crazy, wild, like drunken car chases, everything. One of which we actually caught here on live stream on Thanksgiving Day. It was this very bizarre. Now, I don't know if the guy was drunk. Probably, if you do something like that. But he barrels his car, hits a cop car, scrapes about 3 other vehicles, and barrels down a one-way street the wrong way right near Hudson Yards on Thanksgiving Day. And these two female officers were like so helpless. They couldn't do anything. It was such a bad situation. Ali Star says, I remember that. Yeah, that was last Thanksgiving. Wow, that's crazy. It was a year ago now. That's insane. Time flies, man. I've seen some other crazy stuff in the city. Right near Lincoln Center, it was almost like I was watching an action movie. This yellow cab blows a red light. Or I forget if it was the yellow cab that blew the red light or the truck. Anyway, somebody blew a red light, and the yellow cab drives up on the hood of the truck and flips and does a barrel roll right in front of Lincoln Center, lands on the roof, and I run over to check on the taxi cab driver, and he's sitting on the windshield in like shell shock. And he was bleeding from his head, but besides that, totally unharmed. But that was like a scene out of an action movie. That was insane.
No, but my cousin doesn't all.
There was a few others that were not as wild. A couple hit and run stuff. When I used to work downtown on Wall Street, this was way back in the day, there was a car that hit this food delivery bike guy, and it throws him all the way across the street. This is right in front of the Trinity Church, by the way. And the guy jumps out of his car, goes in his trunk and gets one of those tire irons, I think that's what they're called. They have four ends where you can, unscrew the bolts to get your tire off. And he starts going up to this food delivery guy and just wailing on him with this tire iron. The food delivery guy finally wrestles the tire iron out of the guy's hand and then starts wailing on that guy. I'm like, holy crap, these guys are gonna kill each other. And the fight ended, the police came. And since I was a witness, I had to give a statement. I guess the food delivery guy was suing the, the driver, right? And I think in New York, it doesn't matter whose fault it is. If you hit a cyclist, you have to pay for all their medical expenses. So I had to make a statement to say, what happened, this and that. And I said, look, there's cameras all over the place. Why can't you just pull the cameras and see what happened? This was right outside of the Trinity Church. There's probably other crazy things I've seen in this city, but it kind of just becomes normal. This city is so wild that, you don't really think about it too much. But yeah, remember that if you're ever cycling in New York City, I believe the law that was passed is that it doesn't matter whose fault it is. If a vehicle hits a cyclist, the driver has to pay for all of your medical expenses. It doesn't even matter if the cyclist kamikazes into your vehicle. Doesn't matter. The driver always has to pay the medical expenses. And I think this year, 2023, was the second deadliest year for cyclists, which is horrible.
Okay, we're gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay.
All right, everybody, this is 2nd Avenue and St. Mark's Place. This is one of my favorite boba places, and I think this is where we'll call it a night. So it's been a long week, and I got to get changed and get ready to go to this dinner. But first, I want to wish everybody a very, very happy New Year. I want to thank all of you for supporting the live stream, reading the newsletter, and just supporting the channel overall. I really do appreciate all of your efforts this year, and I'm wishing all of you a very, very happy New Year. So if you enjoyed the stream, feel free to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you want to sign up to receive our free investing newsletter, you could scan the QR code on your screen and punch in your email. We send it out every other Thursday after the market closes. So FredX, I appreciate it. Have a good night. Hawaii, Happy New Year. All of our moderators, Lori, Happy New Year. Have a very, very peaceful Friday night. Palace Adventures, Bree Grams, Gary Carpenter, LT Prod, Western Mass Dave, RK8. There's always a bull market somewhere. You just need to know where to look. Guys, Happy New Year. See you later.